Guys, welcome back. It's Trey with the Marathon Farms. Thanks for tuning in again on our worm bin project here. Hope you liked the last video that we did on harvesting the castings. Now I've got this bucket of worms I need to do something with tonight, so we're going to get them put back together. So this will be kind of quick. Just show you how I get a bin set up and get it going, and then we can get these guys back at home. So I think I showed you in the last video, this is an 18 quart just Rubbermaid container I got down at, I think, Target. I've got holes drilled on the side, on both sides. I think I've got a total of 8 holes so they can have some air. I also put some screen on the inside. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I just bought regular replacement screen that you would put for a window. Cut it out, hot glued it over the holes. Sometimes they do climb up, they do try to escape, so kind of keep our guys in their home, so that's what I went with that. Let's see what else we got here. I did go ahead and use peat moss again on this one. As I mentioned before, I realize it's not a sustainable product, but it's kind of what I got to work with right now. The results I had before were pretty decent, so I think I'm going to go with that for now. One thing I did do differently this time, that compost sifter that you've seen me make before, I sifted our peat moss this time instead of just taking it out of the bag and putting it in. So I'm hoping that's going to give us a better quality overall. I had a lot of sticks and other large things in this one I didn't really care for. So that's a lesson learned on that. So this is sifted through the compost sifters, nice and fine, real light, airy. I've also got a bag of shredded newspaper here that we're going to use. And this is the black and white newsprint. Don't use anything with color on it, and don't use the glossy like sales ads that you get. There's a whole bag of newspaper that I shredded this evening. I'm not really sure how many it was, but there's quite a bit in there. So we're going to mix that in with our peat moss. I'm going to work it around a little bit. The other thing you can put in are these paper egg cartons. Gives them a nice place to kind of, curl up in. They eat on it. It's the this same kind of roughage stuff that they need. So we'll do that tonight. Get these mixed up. Once I'm happy with the home here, we'll put our bucket of worms back in. I'll let them sit maybe a week or 3 or 4 days, something like that. Let's see, this is Thursday, so maybe by Sunday I'll probably go ahead and feed them. Let them get adjusted a little bit, and then I may do another video on that, show you what we're going to feed them and how we're going to feed them. The other thing is moisture content. I've got a jug of water here that I'm going to use. You want it damp, but you don't want it soaking wet. Kind of the consistency of a wet sponge. That is another thing that I noticed on the last bin. We had a lot of newspaper down at the bottom that just stayed wet. I think probably put a little bit too much water at times, didn't get mixed in really well. So that's something I'll keep an eye on this time. So damp, not wet. They like just a nice environment for them. So we'll go ahead and add our newspaper in here. Not sure how much we'll end up using, so. Just mix this in with our peat moss that we have down on the bottom. And we're looking at maybe halfway full, something like that. Nothing crazy. It'll build up over time as you end up putting more stuff in it as well. Just kind of give them a good start here. So I like the peat and the newspaper mixed in. Bedding for them to get into, kind of do their thing. They'll eat on it and stuff as well. So we'll tear up our egg containers here. We'll try and leave these like single eggs like this, so just kind of little cups. Let's see, a few in there. Kind of space it out, throughout the bin. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I'll break it down. 6, so about a half dozen. I think that's gonna be good. We'll save this for next time. I'm gonna go ahead and wet this down. Make sure we got some moisture going on. this on and we'll mix it in. Now, peat is going to really soak up that water, so it's something that you'll have to be aware of. That's the other thing. I think that's where I may have gone wrong last time. The peat soaks up so much water. I think when I was first putting it together, I was adding and adding, and it ended up just kind of matting down the newspaper that we had in there. So I just put a little bit more in here. Don't be too crazy this time. Another product that I've been doing some reading on, some research, is the coconut core. Something I might check into on the next one, or I may even do another one with that product. It's more sustainable, but you kind of get the same effect as the peat moss, and kind of gives them a place to go. So worth checking out. Not something I've done so far, but you know, this is the first time for everything. We'll check it out and see how it goes. So I think this is going to be pretty good right now. It's a little bit damp, it's not terrible. There we go. A damp place on top, so you guys can kind of see. Just a mixture of newspaper, peat moss. Got it all mixed in together. We're just going to bring our worms over there. Now these guys do have the avocado in it, so that's food I wasn't going to give them, but they kind of nested inside of that, so I'm just going to let them be for now. Let them kind of go with that. Let's see. Since we are putting this in, one thing I do want to mention, when you put food in, don't just lay it on the top. You want to cover it up. That way you don't get any smells or anything. This is, over the winter I've been doing this. It's been in the garage. It's kind of right here by the door. It's never smelled. We never had any odors or anything weird going on with it. So I think that's one of the main things, is don't overfeed, and make sure you cover up everything when you do feed them. That's one of the biggies there. Alright. We'll get these avocados covered up. All our worms and their castings and everything. You guys want your hand back. Yeah, I am glad that they have. I didn't try and pick up just the worm and leave the castings behind. Putting some of the finished compost, the finished castings in here is kind of going to bring back the bacterial and microbial action that they have going on, so they'll help them kind of get going where they're at. I don't know if you guys can see this. Might need to grab the camera. We got a nice big ball of worms here. So I'll just let them hang out right on top like that. They're going to disappear. They don't like the lights. We stay out here in the light. They're going to find their way down below as soon as they can. So that looks pretty good right now. We'll check on it in a couple days, see if there's anything I need to change, if I need to add anything. We'll just make sure they've got enough bedding, and like I say, we'll let them get acclimated to the house, and then we'll start adding some food to it. So as far as making a small bin for the house, you know, I feel like anybody can do this. It's obviously enough for your garden, for something around the house. Easy enough. Leave me any comments you have, any questions. Put those down below. Happy to hear from everyone. Also like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think, and look for more content coming out soon. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.